Air-to-air guided missiles are an essential part of the modern aviation arsenal, and there's one type of them that's especially worth discussing in detail. Today we'll talk about the best infrared-guided air-to-air missiles. Opening the list is the American AIM-9L, the first all-aspect missile in the Sidewinder family. The missile's seeker head featured an indium antimonide detector that would detect the longer wavelengths associated with any warm aircraft parts, and not just jet engines and their exhaust plumes, which granted it its all-aspect capability. This missile is perfect for close-range aerial combat, even against highly maneuverable targets. Additionally, its maximum overload is 30 Gs, making tight turns a breeze. The Israeli Python 3 and the Chinese PL-8 can withstand slightly higher overloads, up to 40 Gs. Moreover, they're significantly faster than the Sidewinder, with both missiles having a max speed of Mach 3.5. Most often, the enemy won't even have time to react to the launch. The bad news is that if the target does notice the launch, these missiles can be easily diverted by flares. However, the Soviet R27 ET cannot be fooled by just a couple of IR decoys. Thanks to its narrow field of view, from certain angles, it can maintain lock on the target without being distracted by flares. Of course, it's still most effective in a rear aspect engagement, as the thermal signature of the engine is simply more visible from that angle. Nevertheless, even in a head-on launch, the missile is still quite difficult to evade. It's worth noting that this is the only medium-range missile on our list. It's capable of hitting targets up to 5 kilometers away. However, it features a larger solid-fuel rocket motor, which significantly affects the size and weight of the R27 ET, limiting the number of these missiles that you can carry in combat. The AIM-9M, an improved version of the Sidewinder, does not have this problem. It's significantly lighter, and many aircraft can carry up to 6 of them. The missile also features improved infrared countermeasures and a new low-smoke motor that reduces the visual signature of the weapon, making it extremely difficult to spot in combat. This forces enemies to be on the constant lookout for a potential launch. The only downside is that its max speed remains the same as its predecessor, just Mach 2.5. The Japanese AAM-3, developed by Mitsubishi to replace missiles of the AIM-9 family, boasts excellent performance. Thanks to various improvements, including a new shape, it's a highly maneuverable missile with a 40 G overload. The Soviet R-73 is the best short-range missile available to Soviet aircraft, and one of the best in general. While it doesn't excel in speed, it's highly praised for its thrust vectoring capability, making the R-73 an ideal choice against highly maneuverable targets. It's also worth mentioning that almost all aircraft compatible with the R-73 are also equipped with helmet-mounted displays. Finally, the French Matra Magic 2 does not excel at anything, but performs consistently well all across the board. It has robust countermeasure features, excellent maneuverability with a max overload of 35 Gs, and a speed of up to Mach 3, which means that no opponent can escape unscathed. However, timing of the launch is crucial, as despite its countermeasure capabilities, the missile can still be thrown off by well-timed flares. Every single one of the missiles that we've just mentioned has its own strengths and flaws, but all of them are undoubtedly effective. Which one's your favorite? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments down below.